Hi guys, welcome back to The Debater. For those who are new, I'm Grace, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review on the recent Marvel and Sony film, Madam Web. This will be a non-spoiler review. However, I can guarantee you that this is a film that you don't want to waste your money on. If you're thinking of watching it at the cinema or buying online, definitely not worth it, guys. Before I start though, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And yeah, I'm gonna get started. So Madam Web is all about the main character, Cassandra Webb, who is a New Yorker paramedic who starts seeing visions from the future, and she starts seeing a dangerous man who is out hunting three girls and is out to hurt them. So yeah, the story is plain, basically. It had a slow pace from the beginning to the end, and it didn't really give much. We knew from the trailers that it was probably going to be awful. I think you would expect that as well, but it didn't. But it looked like they were overpromising a lot with their characters and with the action and fight scenes. But I am sad to say that they did not deliver on their promise. From beginning to the end, they did not deliver anything spectacular, unfortunately. However, I can say that it's actually better than Morbius, thankfully, because anyone who's seen our review or actually had the nerves to watch it, they would know that it's a pile of garbage. The casting for Madam Web is good. For Dakota Johnson, while I think she didn't give out a bad performance, she also didn't give out a good performance either. Like I could sense what her personality was like from the beginning, but her character development was kind of short. And her powers were interesting actually, and it just took a while for us to actually trying to get to grips with her powers. There were some other characters as well, Julia, Anya, and Matty, the three trio who are gonna be the next Spider Ladies. These actresses were quite good actually. They were becoming interesting, but they sort of were pushed aside for the entire film, kind of like 80%. So like 20% they had a good screen time, but I wish they had a bit more and we had a deeper look into their stories, their backgrounds, especially in the fight scenes. If you've seen the film, you understand. And while I know the film is sort of based around Madam Web, the posts and the trailers kind of made them show like they were hugely part of the story. And while they were a biggie, they weren't as much. So I keep wondering, why did they do dirty on the trio when they made them such a big deal? It's ridiculous. And then we got the villain, Ezekiel, who is very much reminds me of Ben from the Marvels, because from the trailers we learned that Ezekiel can also see into the future, but we also learned that he saw his own death and now he wants to change that. He sounds like he's got a lot of ambition, but we don't really see him much about it in the film. Like it sounds like someone pitched a great idea for a villain, like this kind of villain, but it wasn't executed well. And we didn't really get to learn the reasons behind some of his actions, which is a bit confusing, like why or what? It is just which is a bit complex. He's also got his own dark Spider-Man suit, which is kind of cool. But it was weird to see him jump around from like cars or boxes or buildings without actually had to shoot webs because he hasn't got his own webbing device. I don't know if that's just me, but it looked a bit wrong. The things that made this film a bit better than Morbius, in my opinion, was that the filming and the camera work was actually pretty okay, and the editing and the lighting was way better. It made it very interesting, made it very like alluring, like we want to know a bit more of the characters in a way. But again, it was just a slow pace in the story that brought it all down. I understand that Cassie could see things in the future and she finds it very confusing. And I think that's what the editors were trying to do in the film. Like they're trying to make it quite confusing for us as well to see like, was this real or was this not? And I felt kind of lost in a way. Like it was just a bit too much to think like to just it was just a bit overcomplicated. which I understand because that's how they want us to make us feel for the character, but I think they just overdone it. Some of the visual effects remind me of some of the scenes from Doctor Strange because it looks pretty similar to the astro projection that they do. It sort of helped us to understand a bit more of Cassie's powers in a way. So the complete downside of the whole film was the pacing because there were some good scenes, but they should have speeded up a bit. Like they should have brought them way earlier in the film instead of pushing it, instead of delaying them. And that just made parts of the film, like large parts, quite boring. And it only took like half an hour to get to the interesting parts. And at that time, I was thinking like, might as well close this down and watch something else. This is just bull. Just it didn't caught my interest in a snap. It didn't caught my attention that easily, which is such a shame. Another downfall was the action scenes. The problem what I have with them is that it didn't look like proper action scenes. Like they had like you could see like they had like kind of potential in in them. For a superhero movie, you expect to see a lot of action, a lot of fighting. So if you decide to watch this film after this review, I wouldn't be surprised if you smash your screen in anger, to be honest. One last thing I want to talk about is the cameos. I can't say there was many. I think there was like either I lost count or there wasn't much. We know that there were some characters who appear for like a cameo or a bit more, such as Ben Parker, who is a friend of Cassie and who was good in the story, but again, kind of expected more from him. There was also Mary Parker, played by Roberts, who we heard through the rumors and everything. At first, when I heard she was going to appear in this film, I thought she was going to play like Black Cat, but turns out she's going to be the future mother of Peter Parker, as we all know. We also didn't know what universe this is based in. There wasn't much to give out, like I said in the beginning. But if some of you have figured out what universe the film is based in, let me know in the comments. It would be really interesting to hear. I was thinking it could be in the Amazing Spider-Man universe, but then the Mary Parker in that universe has like a different hair color, kind of brownish, compared to Mary in this film, who is blonde. Overall, Madam Web was hopelessly bad. They actually had something here, but they had so much lacking. So they had like a lack of character development, lack of a villain character, lack of humor. The story was painfully slow, the fight scenes were poor, and the connections from the comics were unreachable. It's like they thought of one idea and just went straight to it without considering other possibilities they could use to improve that idea. I pray for the filmmakers and the studio not to make a sequel out of this because it would definitely, most definitely be another box office bomb. Just saying. So guys, that's my non-spoiler review of Madam Web. If you guys didn't like this as much as I have, then please let me know down in the comments down below about your thoughts. What do you not like? What do you think it could have been improved? Again, do you know any cameos I might have missed? Just yeah, let me know. And what do you think of the ending? Do you think it deserves a sequel? Yeah, probably not. Before you leave, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And you can check out other Marvel reviews we've done recently. We've done the Marvels. We also done that Sony haul for one, Morbius. You can watch it. Don't watch the film though. But yeah, we've also done the TV shows of the MCU. We also done other films, Bollywood or other TV shows. Check them all out, guys. They're on our channel. You can also check out our website. It tells information about the team and tells you about all the videos we've done in the past. And you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. If you do, we will follow you back. That's a promise. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.